What's going on, y'all? It's the Aquemini checking in, showing mad love. You know what it is. We're here to talk about the Hunter, and if you don't already, follow my man Splinter Shield, the original Hunter of the Division. Well, let's get right into it. So, what are we going to talk about today? The Hunter's Faith bonus breakdown. Does the Hunter's Faith go past the damage resilience cap? You want to know? You can smash that like button if you'd like, or you could just keep watching this video. Why does the Hunter's Faith build lose effectiveness when used with other damage mitigation skills? Also, another topic we're going to touch on, and why does increasing the distance of your shot decrease this effectiveness even further? Well, before we even jump into all of these wonderful topics, first thing about the Hunter is its 4-piece bonus, which gives you 1% damage resilience per every meter you are away from the target. The 3-piece bonus, 10% headshot damage, and my favorite, the optimal range, coming in the 2-piece bonus, which is great for SMGs. Now, this data we break down, you can see right in that bottom right-hand corner that the Hunter's Faith does go past the damage cap, the damage resilience cap. It can surpass the 60% cap, no problem. It does it, and it does it with ease. Now, the numbers don't align, but it does absolutely smash 60%. So, with that in mind, let's move into the equation, which took some reverse engineering and some other things. But actually, before we jump right into that, I want to go over some of what we did for testing. We made sure that all damage-causing talents were removed. We made sure that we used a sniper rifle, so optimal range. We were always within optimal range. We made sure that no armor shred was done in these testings, and it was pretty much straightforward. We tested a shot with the damage resilience applied, and a shot with the damage resilience and the Hunter's Faith mitigation applied as well. So, as you see with this spreadsheet that we kind of just snapshot off of, a bunch of different data results that we have, this is what we got. Now, into the equation, because to me it's not really, it doesn't make too much sense. What this equation basically says is it takes your Hunter's Faith bonus, adds it to your damage resilience. Well, that makes perfect sense. But then it subtracts your Hunter's Faith bonus multiplied by your damage resilience. So it basically takes a hard cap of itself and multiplies it by this differentiating factor. So it just basically chips away at how much damage you could possibly outtake by how far your shot is. So I would think that if you had a 10-meter bullet, damage mitigation bullet, and a booster shot on you, that would be 17.5%, right? So at 17.5%, you would be able to mitigate that much damage. But in actuality, we come in at 16.75%, which is off, but not off enough to find this little pattern that we have. So I want you to pay really close attention to the difference of what the estimate was and what the actual was, because it's 0.75%. Now, if we move on to a 20-meter shot with the exact same booster shot applied to us, you would expect that we get 27.5% damage resilience, but we actually get 26. Now, this is where the pattern started building for me. I noticed that at 10 meters, we were at a 0.75, but at 20 meters, we were at 2 times 0.75, at 1.5 difference. So that means that every time I shoot a target, as I increase the distance, at the back end of the calculation, there's something that is actually making it smaller. Now, it's not absolutely substantial until you get to really high damage mitigation. So, that really makes me question, what is going on here? I'm not entirely sure, but that's why I posed the question, that's why I posted the data, that's why I wanted to have this conversation, so we can come to this conclusion together. Now, for me, this is the way I would like to see the equation done. Very simple, add up your Hunter's Faith, add up your damage resilience, and that is your proposed damage resilience. Pretty much in a nutshell. Do you agree? Like. Do you disagree? Dislike. Do you don't know? Well, then maybe check in, because this is the Effective Toughness series, and we're coming back with more and more and more information for the Division. Thank you guys so much for your time. But before we get out of here, there's one more thing. Since we went over all the math, the question I have to ask you is, if you were using your build right now with a Hunter's Faith, what would you be able to boost your toughness up to? The real question is if you don't know how to calculate toughness, you gotta watch the first video. Now, do you think the damage resilience calculation should be changed? Up to you. Let me know. Y'all have a great one. Thank you for checking in. We about this bitch. If you don't subscribe already, subscribe. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. And if you haven't followed me on Twitch, check out the streams. We're doing this thing. Not daily, but as damn often as we can. Y'all have a great one. We about this bitch. Peace.